It's what makes March Madness special, and it kills the coaches, because it's so hard.
We wanted it, both teams wanted it, and we just had to execute it.
Turned it up. Let's go. Let's go, Cats.
I am pumped. Didn't want basketball to end, and I'm so excited and proud of my team.
This is the place to be for K-State Wildcats. Woo!
With the work we put in, we deserve it, and we're going to show what we can do.
Why does everyone watch it? Why does everyone come? It's March Madness, and you never know what's going to happen.
And it is the second week, and welcome to a special edition of the Road to the Final Four on Eyewitness News.
Yeah, today we're talking all things Wildcats as K-State gears up to take on Kentucky in the Sweet 16. So this is the 10th time they'll be playing each other. All 9 times previously, K-State hasn't done so well. So hopefully this is the one.
Yeah, but Big Blue Nation's a lot of this, a lot of talk. This is not their best team by far. This team is absolutely beatable. If Dean Wade is quasi-healthy for this game and he gets some good minutes, K-State can absolutely win this game. But of course, Vegas doesn't think so. The fans don't think so. A lot of people not showing respect to K-State. We'll get into that a little bit. Here is the matchup. The 9th seeded Wildcats take on the 5 seed Wildcats. Again, that's K-State versus Kentucky. You'll be able to watch the game right here on KWCH 12. It's the second one of the evening, just so you know. It'll start after the Loyola and Nevada game, so it could be a little bit after 8:37, depending on how that game goes, Melissa.
But right here, that is the key. Our live tournament coverage continues now with Katie Johnston live in Atlanta, Georgia. That's where the South region plays the Sweet 16 and the Elite 8. Katie, what's it like there?
Yeah, Kansas State pregame party right behind me here. Things are wrapping up at the party, but a party it was here in the Peach State. Purple Wildcat team showed up and showed out. All the fans ready to see their team take on another Wildcat team, Kentucky. I talked to several folks while things were getting set up here in downtown Atlanta, and even though the Cats are facing a higher seeded team, maybe even a more athletic, taller team, these folks here are pretty confident in K-State.
State, obviously, because we are a scrappy defensive team.
But I think we're going to win.
I think it's destiny.
It was a very pleasant surprise to be here, but I tell you what, it doesn't have to end here.
Oh, I'm looking forward for a win, man. We're going to take on Kentucky. We got to beat them. All right, let's go Cats.
Talked to some players in the locker room yesterday. We're going to talk to them just a little bit later in the show.
Katie, thank you. We need your help proving our fans are the best. Take a look at your screen right now. This is what you're going to see here. Our sister station in Kentucky has declared a like war on Facebook, meaning whoever gets the most likes wins. So if you're a K-State fan or if you just want to show Kansas is better than Kentucky, share our post right now and like it. Bring it up on your phone right now. Again, like it, share it, and tell your friends. Right, Will?
Is that a like war? Is that a thing? I've never even heard of it.
It's a thing now. Who knew? I bet we get one tomorrow, too.
The Big 12 coaches certainly showed no respect, selecting the boys to finish in 8th out of 10 teams. But that's nothing new.
Expect nothing less.
I still say it in the huddle before the games and just remind them.
Doesn't really bother us anymore, I guess.
Remember, we was picked 8th. Like, this team was picked way ahead of us.
Well, they finished in 4th. Then the Cats were disrespected by bracketologists all over the country.
I really don't pay much attention to it until it's time to decide if we win or not.
Eventually, the Cats made the dance of the 9 seed, but they were down Dean Wade. No way they'd make it past the first weekend. Oops, here they are, the Sweet 16. Their next challenge, Kentucky, for the right to dance in the Elite 8.
Well, no one really knew who the University of Maryland, Baltimore County was until they knocked out #1 seed Virginia. Remember this moment here? The Retrievers were a 16 seed. It's the first time ever that a 16 seed has beaten a 1 seed in the men's tournament. After that win, they went to take on K-State, but fell to the Wildcats 50-43. That's how we're right here. Several fans were at the school to welcome the team home despite them returning in the middle of the night last week.
It's a great feeling, so surreal, something we dream of as kids, make the NCAA tournament, and to be the #1 team in the country is even great, I think we're so happy with changing the culture here at UMBC, see these fans coming out here, see us at 2 a.m. in the cold. It's a great feeling. We're really excited for what we did.
Well, for the K-State UMBC game, it was standing room only at the Student Center on campus. The UMBC Athletics Twitter page became a huge hit during their first game in the tournament, and they carried that into the game against K-State. I don't know if you've seen this conversation back and forth. It gained more than 100,000 followers in about 2.5 days. Now remember, because of that win, Little Caesars is offering free pizza. That's on Monday, April 2nd, between 11:30 a.m. and 1 p.m. I'm glad the Wildcats won, but that sure was a good story there.
Free pizza? I'm in. The Wildcats have been led all season long by a Kansas kid, Dean Wade. He's become K-State's best player, and while the college basketball world is starting to get to know him in parts of the country and know him well around here, everyone in his hometown knows him better than anyone.
With a population just over 1,000, St. John, Kansas may not have much.
There's no stoplight in town.
A firehouse.
Not going to be a lot going on in town.
A water tower and the familiar sound of kids who love to
play basketball.
But inside this gym, Dean Wade made sure
St. John's on the map. I think anytime there's a home K-State game the last couple of years, half the town, if not more, is there, and they're all in their purple. And
Wade is K-State's leading scorer.
I mean, I've seen him from, junior high school, all the way up. And it's cool to see him transpire from a small town to, big life.
And he and the Wildcats will face Big Blue in the Sweet 16.
They've got their hands full with Kentucky, with or without Dean. So I think that, having him, I think it'll give the team some confidence. I mean, he's, been kind of their go-to guy throughout the year.
While the nation is getting to know Wade on the court, everyone knows him in this town.
And every kid in town wants to be a K-State Wildcat.
Including the principal.
Really been an overall, neat experience for those guys.
The kids.
We have Dean Wade. He's from St. John.
Even the mayor.
It's really cool for our town that we've gotten to go on this journey in a way with them, and we're very proud of them.
So the next time you drive through St. John, Kansas, just know there's no Dairy Queen or McDonald's.
I hear a lot of the ESPN announcers talk about little old St. John, Kansas, and Dairy Queens and McDonald's, and somebody needs to put one there.
But there's still plenty to be proud of in this town.
There's been a lot of great publicity for the town, and the boys should be proud of where they're from.
Now, St. John has a rich basketball history as well. Dean Wade grabs those headlines in the spotlight, but the town has produced a pair of K-State basketball players. Cade Kitteman is a junior guard for the Wildcats. He is the son of St. John High School basketball coach Clint Kitteman. I think it's fair to say it runs in the family with the Kittemans. The people in St. John say there's no shortage of basketball talent here.
It's pretty rare for a small community our size to have two kids that are playing Division I basketball. So really been an overall, neat experience for those guys and for our community to get the exposure that we have.
Seeing them come to some of the basketball games, the St. John basketball games, they're alumni, so when they get a chance to come back and show their support, it's just really neat to still have them a part of our community.
All right, so this is what truly matters, Melissa. At least on paper. What are the odds the small town boys win it tonight? The website 538 has the Wildcats with just a 29% chance to beat Kentucky, and the numbers get smaller from there. Only a 2% chance to win it all. Syracuse has the worst odds this round as they face second-seeded Duke.
All right. We'll take that, though. We got this. K-State fans are showing their support on Twitter, following along with the hashtags K-State MBB or EMA. You can show us your support, too. Just send us a photo on the KWCH 12 app. And you can also follow Katie on Twitter for updates throughout the game night. She'll have reports live later on tonight on Eyewitness News after the game. All right, first she joins us, though, again live with a preview of the matchup against Kentucky, what the players are saying as they get ready to fight for a spot in the Elite Eight. That's next.
And he's the head coach of the Wildcats, but not everyone is sold on Bruce Weber, despite being in the Sweet 16, even though he's doing so well. What fans have to say about him next. You're watching a live edition, a special edition of the Road to the Final Four. We're talking K-State Wildcats for the entire half hour leading into the game right here on KWCH 12. Do yourself a favor, stick around. We'll be back in about less than 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
We've been down it the whole season, so it doesn't really bother us. We're still just going to play our best.
Still got to play with a chip on our shoulder that we've been playing with all year. We've been doubted all year, and now it's at the point where we've proven that we can play with anybody. Now we just got to prove it once more.
All right, we are inching closer to tip time in Atlanta for the K-State Wildcats.
Now the K-State Cats are gearing up for their Sweet 16 appearance against the Wildcats of Kentucky.
A lot of cats.
Now, a lot of cats here. Katie Johnston is live in Atlanta and talked with players about the game. Hey, Katie.
The favorite in this matchup is Kentucky. They started the tournament as a 5 seed, and hey, those Wildcats, the NCAA tournament is no uncharted territory for them. But K-State players say they're used to being called the underdogs, and they have a history of proving people wrong.
Seedings are seedings, whatever, so on and so forth. But, you know, we're still all basketball players. You know, it's March, anything can happen.
We've been underdogs all year. We know that. We've owned that. And you know, Coach always said, you know, finish unforgettable. So that's what we're trying to do. And hopefully people are noticing that and noticing, you know, that we're a really good team.
Kentucky is the favorite by 5.5 points. Many are joking on social media that this is the easiest road the Wildcats could take to the Final Four.
And they're very good, but they're going to have to earn it and win it.
The key to Kansas State's success in the Sweet 16 is to topple the Kentucky Towers. UK players pose a taller, more athletic threat to the Cats. If Kansas State wants a win, they'll have to keep moving.
Spread the court out, just key in on make them make mistakes first, you know, and just exploit those mistakes, and I feel like we'd have a good chance.
In Atlanta, Katie Johnston, Eyewitness Sports.
All right, here's another look at the matchup tonight. It's Wildcats versus Wildcats. We can't beat that point home enough. It's fun for the producers tonight. The K-State Kentucky game will tip off right here on KWCH 12 around 8:30 or after the Loyola Nevada game.
All right, so Kansas State has plenty of famous alumni that I'm sure you're cheering on for the team tonight. That includes former Kansas Governor Sam Brownback. And did you know this? Current Kansas Senator Pat Roberts also graduated from the school.
Yeah, but there's also athletes as well.
Yeah.
That's this show. That's this game that we're talking about. You have Jordy Nelson, who just got traded to the Oakland Raiders from the Green Bay Packers. Darren Sproles, he played football at the school and is the all-time leading rusher.
Am I doing a good job at this?
So far.
Oh, and look at this one. We probably saved the funniest alumni for last. Eric Stonestreet, love this guy. You can catch him a lot of times at the games at home and then on the road too, like this one against TCU and showing off his Wildcat pride on Twitter. He's such a funny guy.
Yeah,
Coach Bruce Weber may be busy, but he's still making sure fans are taken care of. An 11-year-old Olathe girl got a special package from him. Lauren Harrison got hats, shirts, and a handwritten letter from Coach Weber. Harrison is currently going through chemo to beat cancer. We'll be right back.
Well, if you've got some friends who are over in Atlanta, or maybe you're planning to go for the next game that'll be coming up on Saturday for the Cats, I'm being optimistic, of course. Yeah, rain gear will be necessary tomorrow. Dry day, but mostly cloudy, 61 the high. Saturday, a few showers with 70 degrees. Showers, maybe even a couple of thunderstorms Saturday night. And then Sunday, yep, rain back in the picture. So it'll be a little bit damp, but at least the temperatures are going to be relatively comfortable for the folks who are in or headed to Atlanta as we head through the next few days. If you're staying at home, going to watch it on Channel 12, well, not looking too bad for the next couple of days. We've even got some chances for showers and thunderstorms here late Monday and again on Tuesday, as well as Thursday next week. Temperatures riding a roller coaster, though, for the next 10 days. Our patent termite and pest weather umbrella winner tonight is Marion Word of Offerley. If you'd like to register to win, just go to KWCH.com.
All right, so the last time K-State was in the Sweet 16 was in 2010. That was under head coach Huggy Bear, Bob Huggins. He's now at West Virginia. The Mountaineers are one of 4 Big 12 teams left in the NCAA tournament, including K-State, KU, yes, West Virginia, and Texas Tech. And one of 4 coaches whose career has run through the state of Kansas as well. You have Bruce Weber, Bill Self, Bob Huggins, John Calipari. Calipari was an assistant at KU in the 1980s. Since Bruce Weber got to Manhattan, though, he's had big shoes to fill. Each year there are some fans who call for him to be fired.
Happens every year.
Yeah.
But does the Sweet 16 appearance have them changing their feelings? Scott Evans talked to some fans to find out what they and others are saying.
What do you think of Bruce Weber?
Not much.
What do you mean?
I don't think he's a very good coach. I haven't heard anything negative about him, only good things.
I would say it's probably mixed. I'm not sure exactly why. Probably because he hasn't done as well in the Big 12 during the year, but you know they win 2 more and they're in the Final Four, so that's something to be said for that.
Your sister's a K-State fan.
Yes.
What's her opinion of Bruce Weber?
She has kind of a love-hate
for him. I mean, when he does a job well, he's the greatest guy on earth, and when he's losing, she thinks they ought to can him.
Well, to be honest with you, I think the K-State fans, they kind of jump on the bandwagon now. They're all for him. So if they hadn't gotten as far as they had, they may not be as complimentary right now.
Does their success in this tournament change your opinion of him at all?
No.
I mean, I think he's doing pretty good so far, so I can't complain.
That one woman is not holding back. I get it, but he has a tough job. Could you imagine hearing all that and then doing what he has to do?
They struggle in the Big 12. They finished 4th. They're one of 16 teams still playing basketball out of 351 teams. Give the guy a break. Maybe jump on board and give him a hug next time you see him. I don't know.
He probably needs a hug.
Yeah.
Let's wish him luck tonight for sure.
Fine. Good luck.
Okay.
I don't think that woman will. Oh my gosh. Straight ahead and look at what comes next for the Wildcats. Win or lose. Stick with us.
Oh, I love the jersey. I love it. One great crowd again. Unbelievable Saturday. I thought the throwbacks were big time.
Welcome back to our special edition of the Road to the Final Four. So earlier this season, K-State went throwback against TCU and rolled out lavender uniforms. The uniforms honored the 73-82 era of the K-State basketball team. It was a tribute to the glory days of K-State hoops, basically. During that span, the program posted a 186-81 record. They made the NCAA tournament 5 times and won the Big 8 conference title. The players liked them so much they kept wearing them.
Even the dark shorts, the kids all were trying to take them. We said, no, these you cannot take these. We're going to maybe use these again. I don't know if this year or next year, but.
All right, also I want to correct the fact that Frank Martin was actually the head coach during the 2010 season when they went to the Sweet 16. He was previously an assistant under Bob Huggins before that.
Thank you for that correction. And the game starts right here on KWCH 12 in just a few hours. If K-State wins tonight against Kentucky, they'll go on to the Elite 8. They'd face the winner of the Loyola Nevada matchup, which you can watch here on KWCH in about 15 minutes. All right, so Will, if they lose tonight, which they won't, what can fans look forward to next season if they lose?
They should be loaded, absolutely loaded. They only lose one player to graduation, but should return all their starters and then some. This is the projected starting lineup, barring any transfers or roster shakeups. You never really know. You have Barry Brown, Dean Wade, Kamal Stokes, Xavier Sneed, Cartier Jada, Ahmad Wainwright, McCole Maween, and James Love. Is that enough?
We got some strong men up there.
You do indeed. You can see the depth they have beyond their normal rotation as well. There's St. John native Cade Kinnaman and Pearson McEntee as well. So they are loaded for next season, but don't look past tonight because tonight's a big game.
Okay, and I hope I don't get in trouble for this, but I do have to say the word Jayhawk
on this show?
I know. The Jayhawks will play their next game in about 24 hours. KU is taking on the Clemson Tigers in Omaha. That game is set to tip off just after 6. You can catch our Road to the Final Four special with the Jayhawks. That's tomorrow at 5:30 right here on KWCH 12. We're going to be back in 2 minutes. Here's one last look at the matchup tonight. The K-State-Kentucky game will tip off right here on KWCH 12 around 8:30.
That game will tip off after the number 11 Loyola Ramblers of the Valley take on the Wolfpack number 7 Nevada. That game will air right here on KWCH 12 following this Road to the Final Four special. Unfortunately, that's it. That's all the time we have.
We'll see you tonight. Have a good one.
KU special tomorrow.